Hi everyone, it's nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Today's the day we start the blackout the system, and I hope you're participating. I'd really like to talk a little bit today about extracting grief and integrating knowledge. Right? I'm not sure. I don't know, right? This is a lived experience. My experience is to live life, garner information, and learn how to integrate that as my understanding grows. I'd like to share a personal experience with you about, the fact that a week ago yesterday, my father passed away. And as a fully grown man, that has different effects on me than it would have if I were a child. Because I have a whole life of experience and new understandings. I grieved the loss of my father decades ago. But that didn't change my experience of what grieving is. It contributed to my understanding of how to grieve. And I find myself in this space of grieving for an extended period of time. And it's not my father. I grieved that loss decades ago. But I apply that to the conditions we exist in today and my grieving of the nation that I've known or believed in, and it's passing. Which is why I'm so emphatic about blackout the system. I find that to be the most effective means of us using our authority and wielding our power in this moment of our nation. But it's the integration, right? It's the integration of the understanding, the information, the knowledge accumulated over time. That's the difficult part. The integration requires change. The integration requires consciousness and awareness and self-reflection. The integration is hard because of the patterns of behavior that have been established over a lifetime. The effects of life and the reactions to it, and beginning to understand that the reactions to it are learned responses to a large degree based on environment and conditions. Learned responses. There is certainly a genetic component, which I'm learning more about and understanding more. The cherry blossom experiment, the cherry blossom experiment was very eye-opening for me. But it's the integration and the insistence on change, because that's how cycles are broken. That's how patterns are repaired. That's how relationships are healed, through the integration of change. In my opinion, based on my lived and learned experience, the structures and systems of our society require the integration of change, which is why I am so wholeheartedly behind this movement of blackout the system, because change is necessary. Integration is necessary, and it's not desegregation, right? There are so many misconceptions around things that are thrown out there and used literally out of context and for self-serving purposes without contextual application. The adherence to the need for definitions without acknowledging the application. Black out the system because we need it. Black out the system because change is necessary. And until we start doing these things, change will not come. Change is necessary for all of our healing, all of our growth, all of our prosperity. And the grieving must commence. And we must shut it down in order to begin that. We must be heard. We must be seen. Hey! I got little visitors on the river. The integration of understanding, right? Information is one thing. Education is another. I can consume as much information as is available. But if I don't use that information to the betterment of my community and my society, then that information is useless. I love you. I hope you're safe. Protect each other. I'll see you next time.